Namaste, my friends. Today I'm going to talk about why judging is a good thing. Judging is so freaking awesome. It might be the best thing that we have. Now, you see, I'm not talking about judging in the sense that you should judge without evidence and without proofs and without facts. I'm saying that judging based on the right evidence and the right understanding of what something is, it's a very good and unique thing. Just look at the legal system. Judging based on facts. You are innocent until proven guilty. And for a judge to make that decision, all the evidence must be in such a way that without a shadow of a doubt, you are guilty. And then you make the judgment, and then it's the right kind of judgment. And so when it comes to my personal life, judging, I've always had like a bad mojo, bad vibe with the judging, because I'm like, judging, it's so bad, it's so negative, it's so I don't know, too much. Like, why am I assuming so much and thinking I'm like this awesome thing and freaking, trying to combat things and distance myself from things and judging things as good or bad. And I really just had a bad relationship with my judging because of what society has told me. But upon further inspection, looking deeper, right? Like when I look deeper into actually when I judged something, I found some truths, some deep personal truths. Maybe they might be, facts, but who knows? Okay, so I don't really judge a lot in my life. Like, I really don't judge people. I mean, I do in a way that where I'm like, okay, I can judge that this person is like a good person and I want to be around this person, and so I'll be around this person. Or I can judge, oh, this is like a negative person. They're like always blowing up and I don't think I want to be their friend. And so that's more of like a subtle judgment, like in the background, where I'm just like, oh, I just don't want to be around this person. I want to be around this person. But like, I don't consider that judging in my experience. The only time I really judge myself, right, is when I look in the mirror and I see the kind of body that I have. And I kind of don't like what I see. Like, I wish my body was in better health, like in better shape. I wish my body was in better shape, and I judge myself for the way that my body looks. And so on the surface level, what I'm hearing in society is, there's these beauty standards that the media put up of your body can only be beautiful if it's this way, and like with a six-pack ab and like ass for days, and just like all these things that are like, oh, this is the ideal body type, and this is how you have to look in order to be attractive. And on the surface, I'm feeling that too. I'm like, no, I'm attractive. Like, this is my body. I am the way I am. And I'm like trying to accept myself and make that judging of myself go away. But when I looked a little deeper past this, yes, the beauty society imposed this on me, and I'm judging myself because I don't look like what society agrees. Looking deeper, I had a moment, I've had like a few times in my life where I've like really empowered myself to really work out, to like eat super healthy and just be on top of my game. And when I start to look better, just like slightly, couple weeks in, you notice some changes in my body, and I'm improving. When I then look in the mirror during those times, the shape of my body hasn't changed much. It's changed slightly, like, what are you gonna get out of like a month of working out? It's not really gonna like be phenomenally a lot, but like there is a small change that happens. But the biggest change is that when I look in the mirror anymore, I don't judge myself. I'm really happy and excited. And so this got me to thinking, okay, if just working out a little bit and eating healthy for a little bit is making me feel like I'm not judging myself and I feel good about the way that I look, is it really the shape of my body that I am judging? Is it the fat that I have that I am judging? Because a month in, I still have fat. I might have lost a few pounds, but the physical structure is like 95% the same, but I'm not judging myself in this situation. But before, I was judging myself. And so this got me to thinking, okay, maybe it's more. It's more than my physical appearance that I'm judging. And I thought, okay, when I look at somebody in the media that like is just super ripped, six pack, big puffs, like just freaking, massive, and just like, oh, fucking sexy. Like I think it's sexy. And so it's like, okay, when I'm seeing this, is it just the shape of the body that I am appreciating? And before, when I was younger, it definitely was just the body. But now as I'm getting older, I think the wow factor, the amazement that occurs in my mind isn't so much so only the shape of the body and the muscle to fat ratio, but it's the understanding of what kind of life this person has to live in order for their body to look like that, right? They gotta be 100% on top of their food. And I'm not talking about like average people, I'm talking about like super fit people. They gotta be on top of their food. They're gonna be on top of their exercise. They need so much commitment, so much willpower, discipline, dedication. It takes a lot of mental energy, emotional energy, a lot of intelligence in order to live a life where day to day you are putting in the actions and you're putting yourself through the pain of struggling and striving for that in order to produce that shape that your body is in. And so I going back to how I looked at myself, it's the difference between not judging my body and judging my body wasn't simply the appearance of my body, right? It was because when I wasn't working out, I wasn't eating healthy. I was in a certain I was in a certain state of mind. I was like, I ate whenever I felt the impulse to eat, and I ate everything I had the impulse to eat. I barely worked out. Walking was my workout, and that's only like walking to the bus stop, walking to the car, walking where I just needed to go to the groceries. I'm walking as I'm buying my groceries, just like the bare minimum of movement for my body. And it's like I would hate the thought of actually getting up and like exercising because it's so hard. Like you gotta like get up and do it, which freaking sucks. And so like that whole mental state of like the lifestyle I was leading is really what I'm judging. And when I was just working out for like a month, right? A month of going to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, doing my yoga, taking longer walks, taking the stairs, and generally being more active and like really focusing on my health, I really noticed that when I looked in the mirror, I felt really happy and really proud. And now I'm seeing that it wasn't because my appearance changed, and after a month it's not really going to change that much. It was just the understanding of who I am and what I've been doing and the kind of life that I have been living, right? And so it sort of goes much deeper than just the surface level of this is my physical appearance that I am judging. It's more a deeper judgment of my whole being, of myself as an individual living my life. That's what I'm honestly judging when I look in the mirror and I don't like what I see. And so in order for me to like what I see, I have to live the kind of lifestyle which not necessarily makes me the slimmest and the strongest and the most muscular, but that's just the one that prioritizes my health, my mental health, my physical health, and I'm on top of my game. And I thought this is how deep it went. I thought it just went this deep. but it goes even deeper. Okay? It goes even deeper. And this is where I'm just gonna bring a little bit of science into it, but not too much. And this is, I'm not gonna link to any scientific journals. It's just common knowledge. It's not even science. It's just common knowledge. And the common knowledge is that the physical body has certain needs, right? It needs nutritious food, some vitamins, some minerals, a bunch of them. The numbers it's all about later. It needs food, good food, not just food, good food, and it needs exercise. And these are just well accepted facts that the physical body, in order to be in a healthy state, needs good food and good exercise. And also the mind. The mind needs to be used. For example, when I left school and I didn't use my mind, it just kind of like dulled down. But the more you use your mind, the more you use the analytical skills, the more you use the mathematics skills, the more you use the reasoning, the better it is. Like reading books is healthy for the mind. Meditating is healthy for the mind. There's many things you can do with the mind and certain activities that make it healthier, rather than, like just sleeping all day. That's bad for the body. Just watching videos all day, bad for the mind. You're not really engaging it. And so there's this like healthy side. There's your physical and mental mind. Your mind can be in good shape, or they can be in bad shape. And this is not this is not like the literal shape of the body, but you could be in a state, your physical body and mental body can be in a state where they are promoted, they're healthy, they're energetic, they're engaged, they're active, they're efficient, they're very good. And then you can like eat junk food all day and like have your body in a state of deprivation. Your mind isn't really stimulated at all that much, and it's generally a state where the system isn't as efficient. It takes really a lot of time to heal. Just the bad side of health. Healthy and unhealthy states, your mind and your body can come in. And obviously it's a scale, it's a range. It's not just like it's either healthy or unhealthy, but it is a scale. And so going deep into that, I was thinking that when I was living the lifestyle where I wasn't really exercising much and I was just eating every impulsive thing, and not just physically impulsive, like I'm hungry, I need to eat, but more just like I'm stressed out, so I'm gonna freaking have this cake. Oh, like I got hurt, I'm gonna eat. Like emotionally eating beyond what my body needs, and really being very lethargic in my mind and just not doing anything. In a way, my mind and body are in an unhealthy state. And that judgment, I think, stems from them communicating, or rather just the state that they are in. I am tapping into that state, which is like a negative state that they're in, an unhealthy state. And they're trying to communicate. Well, I wouldn't say that my body's trying to communicate with me, essentially, but that judgment is a reflection of the state that my mind and my body are in because of the lifestyle that I am leading. And likewise, when I was on top of my stuff for a game, the reason why I wasn't judging myself, a part of the reason, a really deep part of the reason, is that because my body and mind were in a healthier, more vibrant, more active state, I had the sensation when I looked in the mirror that I'm feeling really good. Like I like what I see in the mirror. I'm really happy. So that is a very interesting thing to think that we can, the judgment that I have for my body is not just about the appearance of my body. It's essentially, the root of it is I am judging myself, my ability to perform life, my ability to live life in a conscious or unconscious way. And so when I say judgment is good, I mean that it is good in the sense that if you can get to the proper judgment, you can use that in order to direct your life to go in the direction that you want. And then when it is no longer there, that's signs that you are doing better, that you are going in the right direction. So for example, in the times when I don't do anything for my mind and my body, and I'm just like freaking lethargic and everything, when I have that judging feeling within myself, a lot of times what society says to do is just accept yourself for who you are. And that is one part of it. A part of it is accepting who I am, and like, this is the place I'm at, this is what my body looks like, this is where my life is. I'm not disciplined, I'm not thriving enough, I'm not accomplishing health for my mind, body, and heart. And the second part that comes into that, though, is to not be compliant. I have the choice, I have the power to not accept my behavior, in the sense that I want to empower myself to change my behavior so that I get to a point where I don't even have to accept myself anymore as I am, because I am the way that I want to be. And that's the thing with acceptance, is that you have to accept things when they're not good enough. When they are good enough, the question of acceptance doesn't even come up. You know, like when a month in working out, eating healthy, since the judgment of myself wasn't even there, the thought of I have to accept my body for what it is doesn't even come up, because like, I'm good. And so it's sort of like an indicator of going in the wrong direction. If you have to accept something that you can change, it should only be for like the short term, for like, okay, right now I am this way, I accept that I am this way, but in the future I'm not going to be this way. I'm going to be the way that my judgment is trying to get me to be. And so when you get to a point where you don't have judgment inside yourself at all, it doesn't even come up, there's no need for acceptance. And so judgment is good in the sense that it'll put you in that direction of, this is the way that you have to go, so that you're like headed in the right path. And then when it doesn't even pop up, you're good, you made it. Judgment free zone. And then obviously, like, don't judge the things that you must accept that you can't change, like your height, your skin color, the race you're born in, the country you're from, you know, like the things you really don't have a choice over and you can't empower it. Like, you can change your body, you can become muscular, wider, bigger, but you know, you can't get taller. So those kind of things, even if you like it or you don't like it, that's when it's not okay to judge. That's a wrong judgment, because the judgment is based on evidence, which is not sound. The evidence does not comply with the judgment. But when you are judging things that you have the power to control, then that judgment, the evidence is pointing, and the judge is saying, must be changed. This is not right. It is not right for you to harm your body, harm your mind. And it is harm when you don't take care of it. You know, like when you don't take care of your body, it might be until you're like 50, 60 that your body like just starts shutting down super early and you die super young. So the harm might come later, but even not doing it is right now harming you in the long run. And so it's like, don't harm yourself, don't harm your body, and really take care of yourself and how judgment comes into that. All right, namaste, my friends.